On North Stradbroke Island, there is so much to do. It can be virtually all things to all people, because one of my favourite activities is four-wheel driving. Today we're going to go from the bitumen to a rough bush track to the ocean beach on a set of highway tyres that'll handle anything Straddy can throw at them. You right to go, Andrew?
Let's go.
Joining me is my mate Andrew Collins from Cooper Tyres. Like me, he's a bit of a weekend warrior and loves getting off the beaten path. But before we hit the dirt, there's one thing to take care of. Well, that's pretty good. So what, you put that down to 25?
Well, Martin, I think this new Cooper SRX will let this down probably to about the mid-20s.
Now, you describe this as a highway tyre that'll handle the sand. How is it able to do both?
Yeah, correct. Well, it's not an aggressive, chunky tread pattern, so it's actually a great tyre. Highway tyres are great tyres for driving in the sand.
But there's more to this tyre than the tread pattern that makes it so versatile.
See these little grooves in here? What happens is when the tyre is compressed on the road, they lock together and that provides extra stability. The other feature is these little sipes, they call them sipes, the little cuts in the tyre.
Okay.
This helps water evacuate when you're driving on the road into these channels and then evacuate out the back.
But for our driving on islands, great sand tyre.
Definitely, great sand tyre, great sand tyre. It's going to float across the top really nicely.
These tyres are quiet, which is what you expect with a highway tread pattern. But I think it's time we left the road to see how they handle something a bit softer. Straight off the bitumen into the sand with no issues at all. It's easy to see why Andrew chose the highway terrain tyres. We're on the tripod track. It's a sandy four-wheel drive trail that runs about 12 k's. It's a relatively easy drive, but because it's single lane with a few blind corners, you do need to be cautious. And about halfway along is the track's best feature, the lookout. Look at that.
It's an amazing view. How'd you enjoy the drive up here?
The drive was easy. We've now just got to walk to the top of the hill because apparently up there, the view was even better.
Let's go have a look at it.
Sometimes the journey is the most important part of the trip, but every now and again, it's the destination that takes the prize. And with 360-degree views of the island, it's a fitting reward for your efforts. Well, the times we've done up in soft sand and that rough track, we're going to go and see how they do on the beach.
Yeah, let's take them down to the beach and see what they can do.
What a good idea. It's pretty liberating, living in a place where we have all this right on our doorstep. And these tyres have handled everything we set out to do. But there's one other feature that is worth mentioning.
So another feature of this tyre is what they call a visual wear square indicator. So as the tyre starts to wear down, the shape of the square changes. So it starts off as a square when it's a new tread, and then it will change when 25% worn, it'll change to that shape. Then it'll change 50% worn, and when it's time to replace the tyre, it changes to that.
It's an exclamation mark.
It's the tyre that talks to you.
And always remember to re-inflate your tyres once you're back on the bitumen. But we're not ready for that quite yet. Well, mate, we've got at least another 2 or 3 hours in this tide and a beautiful empty beach. You want to go and explore some more?
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what these tyres still have left in them.
Righto, let's do that.